So, after you have successfully downloaded and installed Visual Studio Code on your computer, when you double click on it to open, you are likely to be greeted with a screen like this. So, here is what you have to do. Click on the new file link here to open a new text file. All right. This is the new text file. Here is where we'll be writing our HTML code and so on. So I'm going to show you the basic structure of a HTML code. It usually starts with a tag, an angular bracket this way, and then followed by exclamation and then doc type. Okay, so as you can see, I said previously that programs or editors like Visual Studio Code suggests as you type. So you already see the suggestion on the screen. I just typed doc type, and then the next suggestion is already there, which is HTML. You can just hit on the tab key right this way to have it inserted, or you can also type it yourself completely. So this happens to be the opening tag for HTML. This is to tell the browser that this document is a HTML document, or this is a HTML file. All right. So I'll hit enter to go to the next line. And on the next line, I'm going to put the closing tag. The closing tag starts with the same angular bracket, but then you have to follow it with a / this way. Okay. Then HTML, right? Then you close. This is the closing tag for this opening. So in HTML, when you open a tag and you are done inputting what you want to be in the tag, the next thing that is supposed of you to do is to close the tag. Just like when you get into a room, you close the room. It shows that this is what you want in that particular room. Or let's say you are the gatekeeper, you are at the gate and only 50 persons are allowed to enter a compound or a building. Once they are up to 50, the next thing that is expected of you to do is to shut the gate. This applies to HTML. So this is the opening tag showing that this file is a HTML file, and this is the closing tag showing that we have closed this file here, or that this file is closed here. This implies that everything else you are going to do on this file should be in between the opening tag and the closing tag. So if you don't mind, you can hit enter on your keyboard to give enough space, all right, before you start typing in any other thing you want in your document. And before we proceed, I may want to save this document this way before I input some other things, or let me go ahead and then insert a few more tags before I finally save the file. So these are basic sections in HTML. We have the head. So you see that Visual Studio Code again has completed this tag for us. I just inserted the opening tag and then the closing tag appeared automatically. So I'll hit enter in order to make this code readable. All right. To write a clean code, you make use of a lot of white spaces. So in the head, there are things to insert in the head, things like the title and also some other meta tags for robots to read, which will not be shown on the browser. So for now, I'll just go ahead and put the title. So the title can be my first website. Say my first website. Okay, this is the title for this page, my first website. So I'm done with the header section now. I have to declare the body part of the file. This is the body part. Okay, so the header contains scripts or contains information you want to be displayed at the header part of the browser. Okay, And some of the tags contained on the header can be for robots only to read. Things like the meta description is for robots to know what the page is all about or what the website is all about. It's not meant to be output on the browser for a user to see. Right? It's meant for search engine bots and so on. So I just opened the body tag now. So this body tag is where you will put everything that you want on this page, right? Everything that you want people to read or to see on your website falls inside the body tag. So in the body tag, we can maybe try um, some HTML elements such as the heading tags, maybe from heading 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and maybe we could get to heading 6. All right. So the higher the number, the lower the priority. So the one with the least number, which is 1, has a higher priority in heading tags. Okay. Then we also have the paragraph tag, which is P, is the paragraph tag. So I can say this is a paragraph. Okay. Now, let me try the heading tag. Let me start with the biggest, which is H1. Say this is heading 1. Okay. Then on the next line, I can try heading 2. So this is heading 2. All right. So the higher the number, the lower the priority. Okay. So let me do H3. Say this is heading 3. So I'll stop here. We have from heading 1, 2 to heading 6. So I'm going to save this document right now. You can do Command S or Control S depending on your computer. If you are on the Windows, you go with the Control S command. If you're on the MacBook, you go with the Command X. So I'm going to do Command S now, or you go to File here and then look for Save. Okay, on Save, you click on Save. So here I'm going to look for a folder where to save my file. This is very important. This is very important. Before you even start creating a file, you should have a folder where there should be. So usually it is advisable to do so in your hard disk drive, or you can do it in your documents or anywhere that you can remember. I'm going to have these to be in my documents. All right. So I will create a new folder. The folder should be named website. I'll click on create. I've created the folder website. So this is the first file we are saving, and this will definitely turn out to be our home page. So it is a common convention to name your home page as index. To name your home page as index.html. Remember the extension .html, just in case the editor you are using does not put this HTML automatically for you. Although I believe you followed instruction to use the same editor as I am using right now, so that the steps doesn't vary or doesn't look different at your own end. So you name the file as index.html. It's going to be the first file I'll be saving here. All right. Then I'll click on what? Save. So it is saved now. We have the name index.html. So at any point in time that you have added a few more changes to your file, you do the Command S to save or the Control S to save. All right. And then you open the browser where you have opened this file, refresh it or reload it to see if the changes you applied has reflected on your website. So now I'm going to look for the folder. I'm going to look for the folder and then open the file with any browser of my choice. So if you have committed any change here, you do Command S or Control S depending on your device type to save the file. So once you are done saving, you can go to the folder. All right, open the folder where your website file is, right click on it and open it with any browser of your choice. Okay, I may want to open this with Chrome or Firefox or Edge, anyone. So I'll go ahead. You can use Chrome, you can use Safari. So I want to use let me use Chrome. Okay, so this is it here. I use Chrome to open this file, and this is what we have. When you look at the tab here, you see that the title there is my first website. My first website is the title, and that is what we have here as title. Okay, so I'm going to edit this title, save it, and then refresh the page to see what happens next. So my first website, I'll add version 2. Okay, so I'll save. It is saved now. I'll come here and refresh. So place my cursor on the tab here and I'll see my first website version 2. This shows that the changes we applied just now as reflected. So if you change anything in your HTML file, remember to save it, and when you are done saving, kindly open your browser and reload, or kindly go to your browser where you have opened the file and reload it to see the changes. So we have, this is a paragraph, we have, this is a heading 1, this is heading 1, we have, this is heading 2, and then heading 3. Remember I said the higher the number, the lesser the priority. So the one with the lowest number has the highest priority, which is 1. Okay, comes first and then followed by 2, 3, so on and so forth. So this is how we have successfully created our first HTML document. Right, so we will be diving deep into how to use HTML elements. All right, I'll be exposing you to some other HTML elements and how you can use it in creating your website.